Stevie Wonder, a music legend with unparalleled talent and timeless songs like Isn't She Lovely or Superstition, but few people know that his life was also full of challenges and pain. Despite facing serious accidents, health problems, and difficulties in his personal life, Stevie Wonder still persevered and left a deep mark on the world music scene. Can a legend like him endure all those tragedies? Let's start the story from 1950, the early days of Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, whose real name is Stevlin Hardaway Judkins, was born on May 13, 1950, in Saginaw, Michigan, into a family with difficult economic circumstances. Right from birth, he faced a great challenge in his life, when he was permanently blinded by a storm during childbirth. Specifically, Stevie suffered from retinopathy of prematurity, a condition in which the blood vessels in a newborn's eyes do not develop properly, causing severe damage to his vision. Despite losing his ability to see, Stevie Wonder did not let this loss hinder his passion for music. Stevie Wonder's family, especially his mother, was a great source of encouragement in his early years. Despite the family's financial difficulties, his mother always encouraged Stevie to pursue music and develop his talent. Family members have always been there for him, helping him overcome physical and mental difficulties. This support was an important factor in helping Stevie Wonder not only overcome challenges, but also open up great opportunities in his music career later on. Stevie Wonder began to be exposed to music from a very young age. At the age of 4, he began learning to play instruments such as the piano, percussion, and organ. Stevie was also trained in gospel groups at church and performed at community events. From church performances to small events, his talent began to be noticed by local people. Stevie soon showed outstanding talent in playing musical instruments and singing, and this helped him have opportunities to continue developing his music career. With innate talent and strong determination, Stevie Wonder quickly became familiar with many musical instruments, from piano to percussion, and developed a unique musical style. Having been exposed to music since he was a child, Stevie understood the value and power of music as a tool to express emotions and bring joy to himself and others. He began writing his songs and participating in local performances, which helped him form a unique musical style from the very beginning of his career. Stevie Wonder began his professional career when he signed with Motown Records in 1961 at the age of 11. With the support of famous Motown producer Berry Gordy, Stevie Wonder quickly made a name for himself and became a child star. From an early age, Stevie demonstrated outstanding talent in playing musical instruments, songwriting, and performing. The song Fingertips, released when he was only 13 years old, helped Stevie Wonder set a record as the youngest artist to have a song topping the Billboard Hot 100 chart, bringing him instant fame. Stevie Wonder was not only a singer, but also a talented musician, composing and playing many different instruments, from piano and percussion to organ and guitar. His musical works have made a great career and left a deep mark on the world music scene. Stevie Wonder's early years at Motown marked an important period in his career, where his talent and creativity were discovered and developed strongly. Early success. Stevie Wonder entered the professional music industry at a very young age and quickly demonstrated his outstanding talent. At just 11 years old, Stevie Wonder signed a contract with Motown Records in 1961. This was a major turning point in his career, as he became the youngest artist in Motown's history and was known by the nickname Little Stevie. Discovered by Motown founder Berry Gordy, Stevie Wonder not only possessed a powerful voice, but was also an excellent musician, playing many instruments such as piano, percussion, organ, and harmonica. Stevie Wonder's first album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, 1962, was released when he was just 12 years old. Despite his young age, this album marked an impressive start, launching Stevie Wonder into the professional music stream. However, in 1963, when he was only 13 years old, Stevie Wonder truly rose to stardom with the song Fingertips. The song became a huge hit and topped the Billboard Hot 100, making Stevie Wonder the youngest artist to have a song reach #1 on the chart. This success opened the door for Stevie Wonder's illustrious career, and he quickly attracted the attention of the public and critics. After his initial success, Stevie Wonder continued to develop his career and constantly experimented with music. He began to move towards new musical genres, combining elements of jazz, soul, and funk, thereby creating a unique musical style that was unmistakable. During the 1970s, Stevie Wonder began to focus on writing and producing music more freely, no longer constrained by the control of Motown. Stevie Wonder's albums during this period established his name and talent. One of his most famous albums was Talking Book, 1972, a breakthrough work in Stevie Wonder's musical career. On this album, he showed a perfect combination of funk, soul, and electronic music elements, especially with the song Superstition, one of his most prominent songs, still considered one of the musical classics of the 1970s. In 1973, Stevie Wonder continued to release Inner Visions, an album full of creativity and containing deep social themes. Inner Visions is considered one of his best albums, with songs such as Living for the City and Higher Ground. The album was not only a huge commercial success but also received critical acclaim, establishing Stevie Wonder as one of the greatest artists of the 20th century. However, the biggest breakthrough in Stevie Wonder's musical career came in 1976, when he released the album Songs in the Key of Life. This is one of the most highly regarded albums in music history, with songs such as Sir Duke and I Wish. Songs in the Key of Life is not only a great musical work, but also brings strong messages about love, society, and humanity, reflecting the development of Stevie Wonder not only in music, but also in life perspective. Stevie Wonder is not only known for his outstanding musical success, but also his endless creativity in combining diverse musical elements, from jazz, funk, and soul to electronic music. Legendary albums such as Talking Book, Inner Visions, and Songs in the Key of Life not only affirmed Stevie Wonder's talent, but also contributed to changing the world music landscape, making Stevie Wonder an eternal icon in the global music industry. But life wasn't always smooth sailing. How did a serious accident in 1973 affect Stevie Wonder's life and career? Although it didn't damage his vision, it left deep psychological scars, leaving Stevie Wonder struggling to recover both physically and mentally. Serious accident, 1973. In 1973, Stevie Wonder suffered a serious accident that could have changed his life forever. The accident occurred while Stevie Wonder was on his way from a performance in a city in the southern United States. He was involved in a serious car crash near Durham, North Carolina. While driving down a deserted road, his car lost control and crashed into a truck. As a result, Stevie Wonder suffered very serious injuries and fell into a coma for several days. Although the accident did not damage Stevie Wonder's vision, it had a profound physical and mental impact. Stevie suffered head and body injuries that required him to be hospitalized for a long period. Although he was able to recover physically, the accident left psychological scars that were difficult to heal. In the months that followed, Stevie Wonder struggled to recover both physically and mentally. The incident completely changed Stevie Wonder's life. He had always been a symbol of optimism and energy, but after the accident, he became less communicative and seemed to have lost some of his confidence. However, Stevie Wonder did not let these difficulties defeat him. After recovering, he decided to return to music and continue to compose. However, his psychological state after the accident had a profound impact on his music in the following years. He began to write songs with darker and more melancholic themes, reflecting the emotions he experienced during his recovery. One of the most notable works from this period was the album Inner Visions, 1973, released shortly after the accident. This album contained songs that reflected Stevie Wonder's emotional recovery, with themes of struggle, loss, and hope. Living for the City and Higher Ground are two songs on this album, reflecting feelings of loss, turmoil, and a reevaluation of life after what he had experienced. These deep emotions make the album one of his most prominent and personal works. The accident in 1973 not only changed Stevie Wonder's personal life, but also his musical career. However, he has proven his ability to overcome difficulties and continue to dedicate himself to music, bringing fans profound and emotional works. Despite facing great challenges in life, Stevie Wonder has maintained a strong spirit and continued to conquer the peaks of his musical career. Stevie Wonder, despite his early success, struggled to maintain professional relationships throughout his musical career, especially with Motown, the record label that made him a star. Career difficulties. Signed to Motown at the age of 11, Stevie Wonder was well-trained and became an important part of the company's development strategy. However, as his career progressed, disagreements between him and Motown founder Berry Gordy began to arise, especially over creative freedom. One of the reasons Stevie Wonder felt tension with Motown was that he wanted to be more creative, not bound by the traditional musical rules and formulas imposed by the record label. Under Berry Gordy's management, Motown produced mostly accessible, easy-to-listen songs, especially commercial pop and soul songs. However, Stevie Wonder began to experiment with more complex musical genres, including jazz, funk, and soul, which he felt would allow him to express himself more authentically and creatively. He wanted to create music that was not only marketable, but also had deep artistic value, which caused conflict with Motown, which focused on commercialism rather than artistic innovation. The relationship between Wonder and Motown became increasingly strained as Stevie Wonder sought more control over his musical output, from songwriting to production. One of the key turning points was in 1971 when Wonder signed a new contract with Motown in which he gained full control over his music. This was a milestone in his career, as he was able to freely compose and express his long-cherished musical ideas without being bound by Motown's commercial requirements. However, this did not mean that the conflicts with the record label had ended. With creative freedom, Wonder began to experiment with music in new directions, and the result was legendary albums such as Inner Visions, 1973, Talking Book, 1972, and especially Songs in the Key of Life, 1976. These works not only had musical innovation, but also contained many profound social and political messages. Inner Visions and Talking Book became the breakthrough albums of Wonder's career as he combined elements of jazz, funk, soul, and rock, creating a revolutionary sound that was completely different from the easy popular products that Motown had previously promoted. Songs like Superstition and Higher Ground not only impressed fans, but also demonstrated Wonder's creative musical vision. However, the disputes with Motown also affected Stevie Wonder's mental health. The stress of work, along with financial and professional problems, made him feel stressed, sometimes falling into a crisis. But it was these challenges that made Stevie Wonder a free artist, not only pleasing his audience, but also following his heart. Have you ever wondered how the challenges of a legendary artist like Stevie Wonder's family life affected his career in music? Despite being a music legend with countless successes, Stevie Wonder's love life and family life were not smooth sailing. Family life and relationships. Stevie Wonder's family life has always been an important part of his tumultuous journey, from his relationships to the challenges of raising a family. One of the most prominent relationships in his life was his marriage to Syreeta Wright, a talented singer and songwriter. Stevie and Syreeta married in 1970, when Syreeta was still an artist under Motown. At the same time, they began developing their music careers together. The relationship brought them much musical success, and Syreeta co-wrote several of Stevie Wonder's hits, including Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours, a smash hit that helped cement Wonder's place in the international music scene. However, the marriage did not last long. Although Stevie and Syreeta had a good musical relationship, differences in their personal lives and private matters led to their separation in 1972, just 2 years after they married. Stevie Wonder faced a great emotional shock when the marriage broke down. Syreeta Wright later shared that, although they were no longer married, their relationship remained close and respectful, especially when it came to songwriting. After his marriage to Syreeta, Stevie Wonder married Karen Keisha Morris in 2001. They had 2 children together before divorcing in 2015. Keisha was Stevie Wonder's second wife, who stood by him through the most difficult times of his life and career. However, just like his first marriage, Stevie Wonder's marriage to Keisha Morris also faced many challenges, and they eventually decided to separate. In addition to his main romantic relationships, Stevie Wonder also had notable relationships with other women in his life. One of the notable things is that he has a total of 9 children from different relationships, from women he has loved. Although he is a loving and devoted father, having many children from different mothers also created challenges in maintaining harmony in the family. Over the years, Stevie Wonder has maintained a close relationship with his children, and they are often seen with him at public events. Despite being a famous and successful artist, Stevie Wonder has faced many difficulties in maintaining his personal life. Having unstable romantic relationships, along with the challenges of maintaining a family life, has affected Stevie Wonder a lot. He has confided many times about feeling lonely in his personal life, despite always being surrounded by people who love and admire him. However, the challenges of family and love life have helped Stevie Wonder mature, and he has learned to balance work and personal life while developing a stronger relationship with his children. At the same time, Stevie Wonder, despite being a music legend, has faced many health problems throughout his life. Health status. In addition to being born blind, a congenital disease that prevented him from seeing light, Stevie Wonder has also had to endure many serious health challenges throughout his musical journey. In 2004, Stevie Wonder received an equally surprising diagnosis. He had type 2 diabetes. This is a chronic disease in which the body cannot use insulin effectively or does not produce enough insulin to maintain normal blood sugar levels. If not properly managed, diabetes can lead to many serious complications, including heart disease, stroke, kidney damage, and vision loss, all of which can greatly affect the patient's health and quality of life. Stevie Wonder, who has suffered from vision loss since he was a child, now faces another health challenge that is debilitating his physical health. Diabetes not only affects his physical health, but also his creativity and work. To control the disease, Stevie Wonder must follow a strict treatment regimen, including close monitoring of his blood sugar levels, a special diet, and medication. Regular health checks and long-term treatments have forced him to interrupt his work and postpone some musical projects, which inevitably raises concerns about his ability to continue to dedicate himself to music. Furthermore, in recent years, in addition to diabetes, Stevie Wonder has also faced age-related health problems. Declining resistance and age-related diseases have gradually become a part of his life. Problems such as joint pain, chronic fatigue, and decreased physical strength are obvious signs of aging. However, Stevie Wonder maintained his passion for music and continued to work on creative projects despite his health taking a toll on his ability to work. Despite his illustrious career and undeniable musical achievements, Stevie Wonder still faced difficulties in his later years. While his creativity did not diminish, his continuing health problems began to take a toll on his career. Tragic end and final difficulties. His declining health, especially the effects of diabetes, not only made it difficult for him to tour, but also caused his musical projects to lose their previous success. Although he continued to compose and release new albums, the music products no longer created the same great resonance as his previous works, causing his career to gradually decline. He faced serious financial problems. Initially, as a famous artist, Stevie Wonder enjoyed great success and huge income from albums, tours, and music contracts. However, as his age and health began to decline, along with difficulties in managing his finances, he began to encounter financial problems. Ineffective investments, coupled with the lack of proper support from financial advisors, led him to face several financial crises. Furthermore, legal battles over assets and inheritance rights within the family added stress to Stevie Wonder's life. After years of creativity and fame, his personal life was not without turmoil. One of the major problems he faced was disputes with relatives, especially in his relationship with his ex-wives and children. Negotiations over assets and rights were prolonged and became a psychological burden for Stevie Wonder, causing a lot of mental damage. These conflicts not only affected his family relationships but also caused him to lose his mental stability, causing him to feel stressed and anxious. Although Stevie Wonder continued to create and release new albums such as A Time to Love, 2005, these products did not achieve the same great success as his previous albums. His creativity began to be affected by external factors, including difficulties in his personal life and health problems. While he still demonstrated his musical talent, his family and financial problems prevented him from maintaining a high level of performance. Psychological stress and mental exhaustion prevented him from devoting himself to music as he had before. The tragic end began to be evident when Stevie Wonder faced a decline not only in his career but also in his health. The pain from his illness and psychological stress seriously affected his ability to work. Age-related illnesses and chronic health issues forced him to withdraw from public life. Stevie Wonder began to reduce his public appearances and participate in fewer major music events, which prevented fans from seeing the talented artist they once admired. From a music legend with a brilliant career, he faced personal problems and an inevitable decline in the final stages of his life. Stevie Wonder's legacy and influence. Stevie Wonder, with his extraordinary musical talent, has left a profound and influential musical legacy in many genres of music, especially soul, funk, and pop. As one of the greatest musical creators of all time, he has not only changed the contemporary music landscape but also opened new paths for future generations of artists. Stevie Wonder's hits such as Isn't She Lovely, Superstition, and Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours have become classics, resonating with generations of music lovers. What makes Stevie Wonder special is his skillful combination of traditional and modern musical elements, especially in the use of electronic instruments, and his powerful funk style. His music pushed the boundaries of soul music, combining upbeat, catchy melodies with thoughtful, inspirational lyrics. His career-defining song Superstition became an icon of the funk genre, thanks to its catchy melody and innovative use of electronic percussion and synths. In addition to Superstition and Isn't She Lovely, songs like For Once in My Life, Sir Duke, and I Wish helped establish Stevie Wonder as a musical legend. These songs not only captivated listeners, but also showcased his unique blend of genres, from jazz and blues to R&B and funk. Stevie Wonder has been honored and received countless prestigious awards throughout his career. He is one of the most Grammy-winning artists in history, with 25 Grammys and dozens of nominations. These awards are not only a recognition of his talent, but also a recognition of his contributions to the world of music. In addition, he has also received honors from major music organizations, such as the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and memorial ceremonies over the years. In addition to music awards, Stevie Wonder has also received much admiration from artists and the community, with memorial events and performances to pay tribute to his talent and influence. In particular, his pioneering use of music technology and electronic tools has had a strong influence on the music industry, promoting the development of modern electronic and pop music. With his achievements and influence, Stevie Wonder is not only a music legend, but also a global cultural icon. Although his life and career have gone through many ups and downs, Stevie Wonder's contributions to world music are forever remembered, and he continues to be an endless source of inspiration for young artists and music lovers around the world. Stevie Wonder is not only a musical legend, but also an endless source of inspiration for generations of artists and music lovers. Do you remember the first time you heard one of his songs? Which Stevie Wonder song left the deepest impression on you? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you.